Here are the top headlines making news at the University of Limpopo this week. The University of Limpopo showcased its offerings at the Brics Africa Women's Business Alliance Trade Conference in Durban. Mr. and Miss University of Limpopo crowns its royalty. Roadshow by Professional Body empowers media and communication students. An executive dialogue inspires young generations of leaders to take the baton forward. These are some of the headlines for this week at the University of Limpopo. You are watching Inside UL News. Naki Dumilindi Pela, Gijalopola Horomagareshu. Our top story today takes us to the iconic Durban International Convention Center, where the University of Limpopo proudly showcased its services and commitment to excellence on the international stage at the Brics Africa Women's Business Alliance Trade Conference. The two-day event, which took place on the 20th and 21st of August 2023, provided a unique opportunity for the university research professors to connect, network, and promote the university's offerings across global industries and trade spaces, fostering collaboration and knowledge exchange. Director of International Affairs at the university, Professor Nongceba Mbambukekana, said the university is expanding its postgraduate intake and partnerships.
We are here today with the research professors from the different faculties, the resource mobilization director, and also the representative responsible for stakeholder engagement at the university. We come here with the hope that our research professors are going to engage to an extent that they can market the postgraduate programs that we have at our university, and that they may be able to find a few people that are interested in those programs, because the university is on a mission now to recruit as many postgraduate students as possible. So we saw this as an opportunity to find people that may have been thinking about postgraduate studies, but now we are wanting to introduce them to the programs that we have in our university.
Also present at the Brics Africa Women's Business Alliance Trade Conference was Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, the Chancellor of the University of Limpopo. She reflected on the commitment to empowering women in business and contributing to growth of economies across the Brics and African regions.
We are very happy to be here because it's important for our countries to ensure that women are part of business. It's an imperative for economic growth for all our countries. So it's very nice to be here, and there are going to be networking, signing deals amongst them. We have just also agreed that we are going to be working with India to train what is called solar mamas. We're going to send some people to India, to women, to train in solar, and then they'll come and train others.
The research professors shared with some of the attendees the research activities in the faculties and niche areas. According to Acting Deputy Director for Resource Mobilization, Bonkinkosi Dladlama, important contacts were made at the summit.
The reason why we are here is to network and try and forge partnerships with organizations, institutions that will align with the university vision, that will also help us integrate with the three core functions of the university, I think, which is goal number 5 of the strategic vision of the institution. We've already made great strides since we were here. We have connected with organizations in China. We've also connected with the local organization. So we're hoping from what we have established since we've been here, it is something that we will take forward, and it will help us attain what we intend to see in terms of the strategic thrust of the institution. Our vision, it's quite clear. It speaks of being the leading African university and also epitomizing the teaching and learning component, and then also the element of community engagement. It is through these partnerships that we will be able to can realize that vision.
Coming back home in a captivating outdoor event at the University of Limpopo Pond, Tsanulo Khoza and Phumla Mgiba were crowned Mr. and Miss University of Limpopo 2023, respectively, while Kanyisile Soroka claimed the coveted title of Miss Thick Madam, which celebrated diversity and confidence. The event highlighted individuality and talent, uniting the campus community in a dazzling showcase of brains and beauty. The lovely winners are joining me in studio so we can get to know them better. Phumla, Tsanila, and Kanyisile, welcome to Inside Real News.
Thank you so much.
All right, so I'm going to start with you, Tsanila. Congratulations. How do you feel, or how does it feel to be crowned as Mr. University of Limpopo 2023? Can you please describe to us your feelings or emotions at this moment?
Well, thank you for your question. And honestly speaking, I cannot express how I feel about it, but based on how everyone is excited about it, I can say it's great and it's amazing. So yeah.
All right, and I'm sure the competition was tough. So what qualities or skills do you believe set you apart and helped you secure this title?
Well, for me, I would say believing in myself, and even where I saw that I was kind of slacking with the competition, I just told myself, fight till the last second and also finish hard and strong.
Okay, so as Mr. University of Limpopo, what initiatives do you plan to undertake during your reign to make a positive impact on your university and the community?
From what I've observed throughout the campus and mostly the community in line with competitions such as modeling, I've realized that there is no inclusivity more on people that are living with disabilities. So my initiative is to advocate for inclusivity and equality of those that are living with disabilities to ensure that we can include them in such platforms.
Okay, so Tsanila, many people look up to winners like yourself. So what message do you like to share with aspiring young men who might be considering to participate in future pageants?
Well, just believe in yourself and you think you can do it. Don't let it be a thought. I mean, you didn't come this far just to come this far. There's a reason that you're here and there's a reason for you to keep on moving.
Lovely, yeah. Lovely. So beyond the title, Tsanila, what are your personal and professional goals? Like, how do you see this experience contributing to your growth?
I'll like to start with the personal goal. It is not the end of my journey in line with modeling and pageants. I best believe that this is a journey that I'd like to undertake and also fulfill its opportunities. In terms of professionalism, I think, graduate, get a job, and also, I mean, this is not a distraction to my studies. So it's also a title, but it should not distract me from my studies.
All right, so lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
Phumla, congratulations on becoming Miss University of Limpopo 2023. How does this accomplishment resonate with your personal journey and aspirations?
Thank you so much. Being the Miss University of Limpopo 2023 is a great achievement for me. I'm very happy, my family is happy, I made everybody around me proud. And it's also like a dream come true for me because it's giving me the opportunity to make an impact in the university and also to my local community. Thank you.
All right. So the journey to winning a beauty pageant involves various challenges. So can you kindly share some moments that were particularly challenging to you and how did you overcome them?
Thank you so much. The challenges that I have encountered has to be having to balance my academics and the pageant. I had to learn time management and also not believing in myself. I had to remind myself each and every day why I entered in the first place and what's at stake. And there are people looking up to me at home and also here. So I had to stand up and remind myself who I am and that I can do this. Yeah.
All right. So as an influential figure now, Phumla, how do you plan to use the platform to address issues that are important to you and your university peers?
Thank you so much. I'm going to use this platform to raise awareness about mental issues. As students, we are all, 90% of us, we are going through the same thing, which is academic stress. So I'm going to address the importance of mental health. We have to stand together, be united, and find solution to these issues that we're going through.
Okay. So I believe confidence and self-expression are essential in the pageant. So what advice would you give to young women who are struggling with self-confidence and body positivity?
Thank you. The first thing I'm going to say is, if a person's opinion doesn't make you stronger, it must not matter at all. So you have to believe in yourself, love yourself the way you are. Your physical appearance does not define you. Your worth is not measured by how you look, but the kind of person that you are. So celebrate yourself every day. Remind yourself that you are beautiful and you have your unique qualities that you have to embrace every day.
Okay. Looking ahead, what are your plans for advocating for change or contributing to your community during your tenure as Miss University of Limpopo?
Thank you. The things that we do is, or what I'm going to do is focusing on charity work, giving to my community and also to the students as well, because it's not only the community struggling, also the students, we are struggling. And so I'm going to focus more on charity work, donating and donation, yeah, to specific.
Lovely, thank you. So, Kanyisile Soroka, crowned Miss Thick Madam. I'm sure it's a remarkable achievement. How do you feel about breaking beauty stereotypes and representing body positivity?
Well, thank you so much, Chitimini. I feel like it is one step forward in the right direction, because many times people tend to forget that beauty stereotypes do contribute to struggling with mental health. So I believe my platform, with owning this title, it will encourage students who look like me to be able to speak up on issues that are bothering them.
That's lovely. So the title you have won carries a message of empowerment. So how do you plan to inspire and uplift individuals who might be struggling with body image issues?
Well, thank you so much. Firstly, I will plan on spreading positivity through an online platform, because our generation is well known for using cell phones. And secondly, I will wear clothes which I'm comfortable wearing, as to show that you are very beautiful in your own body. You are able to express yourself through your clothing. And I would also like to have Turf Royalty help me into participating in Shorts Day Color Run, where everybody's encouraged to wear shorts and let your cellulite shine in the sun and let your legs breathe.
All right. So Kanyisile, Miss Madam celebrates uniqueness. Can you tell us about your personal journey towards self-acceptance and embracing your own identity?
Well, it wasn't easy in the beginning, growing up in a household where I've been told all the time that, oh, you are lazy because of the size that I am. It wasn't an easy journey to get where I am, but I had to pick myself up, because no one is going to pick me up. There's a saying that says, if you're not going to love yourself, then who's going to love you? So I lived by that, and today it has helped me grow stronger in empowering myself. That is why I also joined this pageant in the first place.
All right, perfect. So this title often comes with responsibilities. And what kind of initiatives or projects do you envision undertaking to spread the message of self-love and confidence?
Thank you. Well, I would firstly wear my sash and crown proudly to charity events and donations. People seeing me wearing this title, they're going to be influenced to know that, okay, people of my size can also be beautiful and can also participate in these type of projects.
Okay. So as we wrap, can you select, in a society that still grapples with narrow beauty standards, what steps do you believe should be taken to promote more inclusive representations of beauty?
Well, thank you for that. I believe we must first start in our own university. I believe that we should start including words of affirmation around the campus, outside, at residences and outside examination halls. And also I believe in providing a safe space for students, because me being a student first, I understand how it feels to go through academic stress, to go through body image issues. So to have someone to talk about those things with, it'll be very helpful.
Okay, perfect. So Kanyisile Tsenulo Pumla, thank you guys for having each other with us, and all the best with you, Jamie.
Thank you so much.
After the break, we cross over to Limpopo Hall, where communication, media and information studies students spent a day with industry experts. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. In a bid to bridge the gap between academia and industry, the School of Languages and Communication Studies, in partnership with the Public Relations Institute of Southern Africa, PRISA, hosted an enlightening event for students. The event, themed Empower, Express and Enhance, aimed to shed light on the myriad career opportunities within the fields of communication, media and information studies. The event featured a distinguished panel of experts from various professional backgrounds who engaged with students and provided valuable insights into their respective fields. The panel discussions delved into topics ranging from effective communication strategies, skills required for the 21st century graduate, and the role of media in modern society.
Pressure and the delegates and all of us is here to give us exposure. They are here, you know them, they are a professional body. So in their deliberations and discussions, they will be, showing you opportunities that are available to you out there in the industry. So it is educational roadshow experience. So we are trying to, the will, work integrated learning, as it were. We are trying to match theory with what is happening out there, practice from experts in the field, as it were. So we believe that you'll be able to learn a lot from them.
Putimutabo, president of PRISA, who studied media and Master of Business Administration at the University of Limpopo, stated that the students need to be sharp in their thinking, especially to be marketable in government communication.
For government communication, you will need a person, you need to be sharp in your thinking, and you need to read and know policies. You need to familiarize yourselves with procedures. What are the government communications and information services and systems that are in place? And you look at the most important guide within government communications is the GCIS, the Government Communication and Information System. If you follow the GCIS, follow what they do, because they are the key of government when it comes to issues of communications. And even the communication strategies that gets to be developed at local levels, we draw from the government communication strategy because it becomes a guide.
The advent of technology is at its peak in the media and communication space, and marketing strategist Obrima Chila says media graduates need to embrace technology and be more competitive.
When some of us were studying back in the days, there was just traditional media that we were exposed to, digital media, of course. But now with the emergence of the use of social medias and the artificial intelligence, so all these things need adaptation, and you are exposed to this thing now while you are still doing a bit of theory. So when you get into the industry, it's easier for you to be part of that ecosystem because you learn the theory, you're just exposed to the actual implementation of that. And it's also, to some extent, a bit of a threat to the industry itself, because in terms of job creation, if people now will use technology to generate a press release, if I'm a company that is basically working on developing press release for people, and I'm using ChatGPT to do that, do I still need 4 or 5 people to do the work that this technology can do, But then will the work that I'm getting from that technology be credible, or do I still need people? But if you look broadly, the industry itself is about relationships. And the reality is that technology can never replace a relationship that you need to build.
Media and digitization specialist Unity Khongwane advised students to distinguish themselves in a highly competitive digital space by finding their niche.
And I want to bring that message of creating value, which is what is going to distinguish you as a person, because attention, times people don't have attention span anymore. So you need to distinguish yourself in terms of, I am a content creator, I'm a communicator, I'm a marketer, but then what is the value that I'm bringing? So it really needs to be something that will really want people to give time, and attention to what you are bringing. The one thing about communication, like I said, it can go in any direction. You can be innovative about it. Your MacGs are some of the examples really that we need to acknowledge, because they are thriving in that space without someone waiting for someone to really say, here's an employment opportunity. So that's where I was going with that never limit yourself.
BM Digital Managing Director Lebovsia Masha encouraged students to start enterprises and not wait for employment.
So my simple taking in order to express, empower, enhance is to say to students, take the skills that you have, look around you, find something that you can solve, something that can be beneficial to society.
The University of Limpopo's Vice-Chancellor and Principal, Professor Matlumkhalong, played host to a distinguished guest, the MEC for Human Settlements and Infrastructure Development in Gauteng, Honorable Lebogang Maile. The executive dialogue was designed to ignite a passion for leadership within the upcoming generation. A significant highlight of the event was the launch of a book titled Never Too Young to Lead, authored by Maile. The book, a resounding call to action, urges young people to step into leadership roles without hesitation. Prof. Matlumkhalong encouraged the youth to engage in thought leadership.
The idea of never too young to lead, there's a way in which one can approach it. And I believe the young minds which are here, if you look through history, especially say the history of the University of Limpopo, many young people sort of elevated and demonstrated their leadership capacity, leadership qualities during their early days. Currently, you can do it by being thought-provoking, thought leadership, coming up with ideas that will shape and lead us into the future. You know, when you look at our country, you can identify a number of mega events, mega trends, which were introduced by young people. The latest one, which we can all think of, was the fees must fall.
MEC Maile said leaders are readers, encourage youth to empower themselves, saying the course of history has always been charted by young people. But he says young people can learn from elders.
Whether it's in the industries or wherever, you must accumulate knowledge, you must accumulate skills for you to be able to lead. So the age of the notion of age and experience, Prof did speak about it. I think it's about the balance. And in fact, when you look at most revolutions, they've been led by young people, by the way. When Fidel Castro and Che Guevara, and all of them led the July 26 movement. They were young at the time, not old. Amilcar Cabral was young. Sankara was young. We spoke about our own here. Peter Mokaba, Anton Limbede, the founder of the ANC Youth League in 1944, the father of Africanism, Pan-Africanism. Steve Biko, you can count them. In fact, it's difficult to find any revolution that has been successful which was led by older people, by the way. So, because young people are daring, young people have courage, there is madness in something, as the prof was saying and all that, but you have to infuse wisdom, knowledge and all that. So that's why that balance becomes important.
We'll take a short break and return with more updates. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. If you just tuned in, this is a weekly wrap of the news headlines at the University of Limpopo. The Spirit of Women's Month continued to shine at the university's residence department, where an event aimed at empowering and motivating female students was held. The event sought to bolster the resolve of these young women to strive for excellence and success in all their endeavors. The celebrations culminated in the launch of a support movement fittingly named Women of Valour. This movement is dedicated to addressing the issues that affect the girl child, fostering an environment of support, understanding and empowerment. Invited as guest speaker confidence speaker Mapula Lorodi inspired the students to reach for their aspirations.
It is rejected. You don't have to stay in the rejection. You don't have to accept the rejection. You just have to get it, take it as feedback and move. I want the exam every year. I mean, for us to move from level 1 to 2 and then offer a degree, honors, masters, doctor, you keep getting feedback. Even before the main exam, you keep getting feedback. That is feedback. And who decides that how you view the feedback? Here we go, assignment number 1, you got 50 marks. That is the feedback from the lecture. And it's a reflection of your work, right?
Well, this brings us to the end of our news bulletins for this week. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next week, Friday. Until then, and the rest of Inside UL team, have a great week ahead.